All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Luís, and it's amazing to be here. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. It's really sunshiny in Denver. I'm Luís. I'm the CTO at Mintbase, and Mintbase has been working in the NFT space for 5 years, about 6 years now. And we've been working with the goal of making NFTs useful for a wide range of applications. And since last year, we started focusing a lot more on onboarding and easy-to-use tooling for developers. Today's presentation will be about a lot of our learnings over the past year working with AI and how we're thinking about the future and what it means to bank AI agents. So for a couple of weeks, a few weeks ago, I had way too many notes lying around my computer, too many bookmarks on X. And I was like finding really hard and struggling a bit to figure out where is AI going and what are the things that we should do or like how to worry or what are the things we can do at the intersection of crypto and AI. So in this presentation, I'll be talking a bit about this thesis, something that we at Mintbase are like shaping. And I'll break this into 3 main parts. And towards the end, there's a small workshop for different experience levels. And so I think that AI will make UIs and APIs widely available and affordable. It will become the predominant force in driving internet activity, but it won't do anything meaningful until it is banked, right? So before we start diving into this, it's quite important to make some definitions here. When we're talking about UIs, we're talking about user interfaces, so the interface between users and software. When we're talking about APIs, we're talking about software, the interface between software and software. And recent advances of large language models showed us that it's possible to build programs that kind of generate UI, that figure out how to make API requests and all these things, right? So let's take a look at a few examples. Oh, sorry, before that, an AI autonomous agent, when we're talking about those, we're talking about systems that are designed to independently perceive, decide, and act in complex environments to achieve goals without human interaction. There are a few examples of those. We have self-driving cars, automated trading systems, but we'll be focusing a bit on virtual assistants or, with the advent of ChatGPT, we're all like able to touch these things on our daily lives. So we'll be talking a bit about those here. All of this is from the perspective of building the Mintbase wallet. We started with the goal of making it very easy for onboarding users. We introduced meta transactions, account abstraction, human readable names. And we did all that because we wanted to provide a good user experience to people using our AI chat playground that we started last year when we started playing around with ChatGPT. And so again, like this presentation will be done through the lens of building the wallet and why the wallet is becoming an important thing for us. So starting with the first part of the sentence, AI will make UIs and APIs widely available and affordable. There are a few examples of this. There's Rabbit.tech. They recently announced this device, R1. And it's powered by what they called a large action model. So it's slightly different from a LLM or a large language model, but it was trained to understand and execute commands, essentially replacing the need for users to interact with every individual app or website. And this is done with this device. It can complete tasks through natural language requests. So you can say, play this song by this artist, and it will figure out how to interact with the apps to make that happen. Another example of commoditizing UIs, we have v0.dev by Vercel. So essentially, you can ask, I want to build this amazing website or landing page for this use case, and it will generate React code with Tailwind and all of those good things. And you can interact with the chat and ask changes on particular parts of your screen, and it will adapt those changes and improve the UI for you. So it's becoming very easy to create these UIs. And then we have Mintbase. Again, we started playing around with ChatGPT plugins back in May last year. our goal was always to make it easy for people to interact with crypto, with blockchain. And we did this to kind of like figure out what are the things that we can use to let users just ask for things and have, you know, the AI like complete queries for you or generate transaction payloads that you can submit and that you can sign and submit. So we built plugins like this, and I'll explain a bit more towards the end of the presentation. And then, of course, there's GPT. They're introducing this amazing marketplace for agents. You can create agents with very specific goals and roles and with access to many different tools. So recently, they also announced that it's possible to now talk to multiple agents in one chat. I think this is really interesting because it goes in line with a new paper that came out recently called "More Agents is All You Need." And essentially, the LLM performance scales as you have more agents to perform, together to perform tasks. So this kind of implies that the popularity of multi-agent frameworks is justified. So the second part of the thesis is AI will become the predominant force in driving internet activity. And I was doing this presentation, like prepping for this a few days ago, and one of my coworkers kind of like asked, yeah, but what are like the things that are driving the most website traffic today? He kind of like suggested bots are driving most of the website traffic. I looked it up, and apparently it's kind of like half-half. We have both humans and bots kind of share roughly equally, the amount of visits humans do. And this was quite surprising for me. But when we look at bots and agents, and when we think about these things, they kind of differ from like very fundamental levels. So you have bots are designed to complete tasks, very specific tasks and repetitive tasks, while agents kind of like operate in more dynamic environments. They can work towards self-defined specific goals or like human-defined goals. When it comes to learning and adapting, bots typically do not learn or adapt independently, while agents have this capability to learn over time. And when we look at decision making, generally bots have like rule-based decisions, and agents can have like independent decision making going on based on their cognitive skills. So I think that we're looking at a new type of consumer. It's still kind of not easy to kind of define this, but we're starting to see that these things are like starting to grow into becoming a new consumer, like interacting with multiple websites. Could be from a human requesting those things, or the agent itself kind of like figures that out and wants to access a website for some reason. So one of the cool agents that I've been playing around with is the Miracle agent. It's not like a new thing. The paper came out 2 years ago. I wasn't still too much interested in AI, but now like I'm starting to see the relevance. And essentially, they work with large language models, and they kind of blend the capability of large language models, external information, and the reasoning abilities to perform tasks. So the Miracle agent or system is designed to interact with humans in natural language ways. So you can say, I want you to do this or that, and internally it will go in a loop, like doing observations and having thoughts and using external tools that you can give them. And once it figures out like the final answer, it will just answer. It will just answer. So how we're thinking about this within our wallet is through this. We're launching this very soon, but it's what we call smart actions. So essentially, these are prepackaged prompts, could interact with multiple tools, but essentially, it's a very simple way to let users, experience crypto. I think we've been doing this a couple times, like giving prompts that people can just like use to mint their first token without having to go through all of the different steps for creating an account and all of those things. And we're building these sort of agents with several capabilities and tools. So here's an example of a run. I asked it to, this is, again, through slides. I wasn't sure if the internet would be great here, so kind of like made slides to show you step by step how it works. So you can ask like mint a Denver image NFT, and then it initiates, right? The first thing it figures out is that I want an image, right? Because I didn't input any image. It will figure out how to generate an image, generates the image for me. It also uploads to Arweave behind the scenes. Then it will figure out like what are my account details for many reasons, maybe to figure out like if I'm connected to mainnet or testnet or the network I'm connected to. And then it will generate the transaction payload. And once it's done, it will prompt me a review transaction. I can still make sure that everything looks great, and I can hit approve, and there you go. There's an NFC minted, all using natural language. So this is kind of a joke now, but I think that if every year the traffic coming from AI agents doubles, we'll be seeing like exponential growth, and eventually in like 5 years, agents will take 80% of the traffic on the internet. But again, don't quote me on this. I'm not sure. So and now coming to the last part of the thesis, any of this will be meaningful until we give access to finances or a way to transact to these agents. So I saw this on Twitter the other day, found it quite funny, because I was thinking about this, and it feels like people are starting to realize this. Yohei was the creator of Baby AGI. If anyone here knows, Baby AGI was kind of like one of these multi-agent framework that came out like last year with AutoGPT and a few others. And essentially, yeah, an LLC for every AI agent so they can open bank accounts and stuff. I'm sure that will be interesting. But this contrasts very well with another tweet I saw a couple of months ago. So imagine an AI agent waiting like 2 days for a wire to clear. This is not going to happen. Agents will need a way to transact globally with instant finality. And we can think about a few of the alternatives we have. There are, we could give them bank accounts, Stripe API or similar payment providers. They could be using crypto accounts and wallets and all of this. Or we could create like a new type of protocol outside of crypto, outside of everything. But so I try to put this into a chart, and I don't think it's feasible. I put this into like the Web 2, Web 3, and then effortless and elaborate, and I'm going to try to explain here. So for each one of these, there are pros and cons, obviously. I think for banks, it's kind of elaborate because, again, it's good that they have widespread acceptance, but there are fees, minimum balances, slower transactions, and there's limited accessibility as well, right? So there are regulations and maybe some financial literacy requirements. So I don't think banks would suit very well for agents. Then when we look at Stripe, again, it's very easy to integrate. There are global payment options, and it's quite secure. But then again, there are fees, slower transactions. When we look at crypto accounts, well, we have instant global transactions. We have a permissionless network. They support programmable money, smart contracts, and all the good stuff. But there's still a bit of regulatory uncertainty, and I'm not sure where this would put agents in. And for a new protocol, I'm sure there are like many ways to make this, many ways to customize a protocol that suits agents very well. You would probably have like full control of the protocol, but then there comes like adoption challenges, development and maintenance costs, and the regulatory compliance as well. So I think the wallet, and again, I'm here representing Mintbase, but I think there are many wallets that could be used for this. So today, we started powering all of our wallet features with AI. So you can ask questions, you can do transfers, mint tokens, buy stuff. All of that is AI powered. And you can think of it like this, right? So you have humans interacting with the wallet, you have AIs interacting with the wallet, and underlying you have the blockchain and multiple providers like Stripe, Ethereum, Near protocol. And then we also are introducing AI providers. So we're giving a unified interface. If you want to use the like Mistral model from an X provider, you could use that through our wallet. And this is changing a bit how we're building things. So we started a new page called templates, and I will introduce it later. But this is an example of a template. It's very easy. It's easy to bootstrap from this. Essentially, it lets you mint a token, using any replicate model. And this is kind of like how the code looks like. There are multiple pages, a lot of code files. And our ambition is to move towards this future, right? Where a simple link could be like an UI redirect or just a redirect or an API fetch. And you would be able to pretty much do the same thing powered by AI. All of this also with an easy integration for any web application. We followed the OpenAI spec, API spec. I think many providers are doing the same. And so it's very simple for you to swap your OpenAI endpoint or any other endpoint that follows the same spec for this one. And it integrates very well with AI package by Vercel. So yeah, templates. This is a hub. If there are developers here, it's very nice. It's very easy for you to go there and just pick one template. We have a couple now. I think we have about eight. All of them try to give like a very good user experience to users and developers as well. So yeah, give it a try. This is one example. And for ETHDenver, we also have bounties up. We want, we're asking for the NFT loader by LangChain, so that supports for LangChain. So you could like input some NFT like contract address or token ID, and you could load that information into your agent workflows, and also like an original template. So if you want to get your template up in our templates page, we're happy to fund that. All right, so I think we still have a lot of time here. I'll just do a quick swap to extend display. It's good now. All right, so if you, no, not this one. Yeah, I'll give it a few seconds if anyone wants to access this. All right, and once you do that, this is what you should be seeing now on your computer or cell phone. But yeah, so I prepped this like with with different experience levels. I'll start with the easy one since we have still a lot of time. And essentially, the easy one is for getting started with Mintbase. And I want to show you how easy it is to create an account with the Mintbase wallet. I'm already connected here. Yeah, so let's create an account. I could use speaking at ETHDenver. Yeah, nice. So now it prompts me passkey. We're doing this so it's easy for storing safely your private keys. The near account system supports multiple private keys, so you can kind of like revoke this key if you don't feel safe anytime you want. And then I'll use my fingerprint, screening my account. Hopefully it doesn't break. Awesome. So I created my account. It's ready to use. You see, 0 funds. And now going back to this, and hopefully some of you are doing the same. And the second one is minting my first token. So we provide 2 ways to do this. It could be a selfie. I'm going to use both. Minting a selfie, this is what we call Minsta, which is an application for minting selfies and pictures, and very easy to use. It uses Matter transactions, so we sponsor all of the minting coming from this application. So let me log in first. Many accounts. Yeah. All right, I'm connected, and I'm going to prompt this. It's kind of weird. All right, so now minting is processing, uploading to Arweave, and prepping for my minting. Might take a bit. I forgot to mention, but we're also generating the image description with Lava, which is a model too, a vision model. So this takes a bit. If no one's accessing the model, it takes a bit to load the first time. All right. So there's an error there, I'm sure, but it looks good. Let me try to hit. Man, many accounts. I'm getting doxxed. And once it's done, it should take a minute or so to pop up here. I'll hit refresh. Yeah, it might take a second. Or not, not sure. Well, we'll see. So going back to GitHub, I lost it. All right. So going back to GitHub, we were on this one. Let's try to hit smart actions while we wait for the other one. Maybe it failed for some reason, but I asked it to mint a cat NFT. So now it's getting my account details. Awesome. Generated the image cat. And here's the payload. So now I should be able to hit approve. And oh my god, many accounts. All right. Sign into transaction. All right, so it was minted. I can check my NFTs. Oh, all right, so it took a second to load. Here you can see my selfie, and here you can see the cat that was generated by AI and all that stuff. And you can see that my account holds 0 balance. So this is the magic of meta transactions. It didn't load up here. What? Oh, it did. Nice. I see some of you there, I think. Awesome. Thank you. All right. What else? So now, like, if you guys want to go through this, there's create drop. It's also a way for you to create your token for free, share that with anyone, with an audience, maybe share that on social media, and you get pretty much the same technology behind the scenes. But now I think we still have time, so let's go through the medium experience level. I see some people with computers, but I'm not sure if you guys want to run this. It takes a bit of setup. I'm not sure if the network here is great for that, but save this, do that later on your own. But yeah, you can set up, install Ollama. Ollama is a hub sort of to download models and run models locally on your computer. There's a bit of there's some system requirements here. So at least like generally like recent computer would be able to run models, especially the smaller ones. And then once you're done with that, you can create an account with a Mintbase wallet. And let's go to the third step, that is setting up your autonomous wallet. So it's an autonomous agent that acts as a wallet. But yeah, I already done all the setup, but like you can git clone from this branch, from this repo. Everything is on the link I shared earlier, and then set up some environment variables, and you'd be able to start running your autonomous wallet. So I already done that. Let's go. You can see that it's running here. I can prompt. Not this one, sorry, it's this one. And yeah, let's do Ollama. Is it too small for you guys? So Olama list would show me all the models I have installed on my computer. And since I'm already running Olama, I don't need to run that. And what I can do now here is show you a bit of the code. So yeah, this is using something called MicroAGI, which is, again, another framework for you to set up autonomous agents. I built the wallet agent, which is very simple. You can see that it's a Miracle type of agent. It reads the context and executes tasks using tools to interact with the wallet. And then the backstory is that it is a wallet agent with the ability to interact with the near protocol blockchain. Your job is to read the context and execute tasks related to the wallet. Super simple to set this one up. The provider is Olama, so everything is running locally on my computer. And then I give it access to very simple tools for the wallet. One is to get the connected account. So you can see that once the agent needs to access to the connected account, it can just use this tool. The other one is to get the account balance. And then the other one is minting a token. So you can extend this indefinitely for all of the tools, all of the wallet capabilities you want to support for the agent. So if everything goes fine, should be able to run start. I'll just delete the last run result. And let's run this. We'll prompt a lot of logs. That's fine. And I gave it a few tasks. So the first task is answer the following question, what's the connected account? Then the second task is answer the following question, what's the balance of the connected account? And then I asked it to mint a token. These tasks were created by me, but you can imagine like an autonomous agent running autonomously and creating tasks for itself. All right, so I think we generated a result. Let's see. We can format it. And each one of these objects is the result of one task. So the connected account is microagi.testnet or microagi.dev.testnet. That's fine. That looks fine. The balance of the connected account is 69.76 near. And then for the last task, which is mint a token, it seems that it could not find context related to the role. So maybe we need to run again. This happens. I think it failed again. It definitely failed again. Yeah, the last one is a bit trickier. It's also not as powerful as like something like ChatGPT, since it's all using my computer resources and it's a small model. But let's do one last try. Yeah, it seems it generated, oh, wait, don't save this one. Well, yeah, either way, you could run this on your computer, figure out like why it's failing, and this is just a cool concept, and I think it's very extensible. So yeah, I think this is it. Thank you.